there. How are you? Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're live, if you're on here now, just, I don't know, like say something, let me know you're on here. And if you're watching the replay, just type in replay. Maybe this isn't a good time for you to catch live. So, if you caught the title, How to Unstuck Yourself, I was like, is that going to make sense? Unstuck? But if you're in a rut, I really think, um, you just like searching for ways how to like just get out of this rut and unstuck yourself and just move on and get progress. So, a few reasons why we wind up in this rut, and then I'm going to give you the good news on how we can get out of it. So, bear with me for all the reasons why you might be in this season of life that you're in. So, one is you're thinking you never have enough. So, that's when you look at everything you have and you still have this longing for more, and nothing will ever be enough. So, if you, and I'm going to get to this more later, but when you look at everything through a lens of gratitude, you're always going to feel that you have more than you need. But too often, I think it's our default personality to just think we're not doing enough. We don't have enough. Maybe we thought we'd be further along in life than we are. So you're thinking you just don't have enough. Next is you experience limitations. Limitations only exist in your mind, my friend. Yes, I said it. They only exist in your mind. So you allow them to be there. Use your imagination to exercise your determination, and then your possibilities will become limitless. Next, you lack confidence. I'm telling you this because I was the girl who lacked total confidence until well into my adult years. I couldn't give you what age, but total lack of confidence, total shy. Like I just did not want to be seen. I'll give you a really weird example. I have this memory, a very early memory. I don't know how old I was, but if I had to guess, maybe 10, where I was out on vacation with my family and another family, and we were having cereal, boxed cereal. Okay, this was the 70s, don't judge. Um, and I was too timid, too shy to ask to pass the milk. And I ate my cereal dry. Like, that is like the weirdest little memory, but it just occurred to me. I was like, wow, like I was just that much where I just didn't feel like speaking up. Um, I've done a lot of reflection on that. So if you are lacking confidence and if you have a voice of self doubt, maybe not to the extreme that my early childhood memory, but if you always listen to it, you're just always going to like feed those limiting beliefs, and you're always going to have that lack of confidence. So you feel like you've lost control. Now, hello 2020. Most of us have felt that we've lost some control this year, right? But passivity is a terrible enemy. And if you just let that take over, if you feel that you're not running your life, life is going to run you over. So what I do with my clients is I kind of help them to explore how they can actually take charge, do what they can in a situation that they feel powerless over. So, next, you ignore problems. Ignoring problems doesn't make it go away, but our tendency, I think, is also to just brush it under the rug and not deal with it. We don't have the time. If we ignore it, it'll go away. And when you don't deal with it, again, you're just burying it down, and then one day it's just all going to bubble up to the top. But that could be another reason why you feel unmotivated, in a rut, not inspired to do much else. Another reason, you just stop making plans. And again, hello 2020. Like, I remember I was a very detail oriented, planned out person. And then the shutdowns happened, and it was like, well, there's no reason to even set my alarm. There's no reason to, plan anything. So for a while there, like, I get it. Like, I did that. And it's okay not to be okay in certain situations, but it's not okay to unpack and live your life there forever. Okay. So, next, you don't take action. Knowing what to do isn't enough. And I know you've heard knowledge is knowledge is action. But I'm here to tell you it is not. It's the application of that knowledge. Oh no, knowledge is power. I knew that didn't sound right. We've all heard the term knowledge is power, and it's not. It's the application of that knowledge that is the power. Because we know, look, I'm talking to you guys here in this wellness group. You know you have to exercise, you know you have to eat right, you know you have to take certain supplements, you know um, that if you don't brush your teeth in the morning, you know the results aren't going to be great when you go to the dentist. You know so many things, but how much of it do we actually apply to our life? So knowledge isn't the power, it's the application of that knowledge that gives us the power. You don't believe in yourself. This is huge. I would say this is probably the number one thing I get from people. And not that my clients flat out tell me I don't believe in myself, but I hear it. It's the way they speak, it's their doubt, it's their lack of confidence, and it just you could tell that they don't believe in themselves. And the worst form of undermining yourself is when you don't even give yourself positive messages. When you allow yourself to talk to when you allow yourself those negative thoughts that you would never allow somebody else speaking to your child, your family member, or your loved one, but yet you do it to yourself, that is all stemming from a lack of belief, a lack of confidence. So, negative thoughts, okay, we've touched on this too. It's hard, maybe impossible, to get positive results from all your negative thinking. So you need to stop yourself dead in your tracks and catch yourself when you say it. Take that thought captive and flip it around with a life affirming thought. Once you start to do that, you're going to notice how many times in the day that you actually have these negative thoughts that you're just putting yourself down. All right, another one. You just keep doing what you've always done. So we've heard another expression: insanity is the definition of repeating the same action over and over again, expecting a different result. Can't do that. Okay, I think we all know that intuitively, but yet we still hammer away at the same stuff going, and it just doesn't work. So you need to change things up. You need to find the weak points in your process, in your thoughts, in your planning of your day, and start making changes there. I know this, I'm going fast and I'm glossing over all of this stuff. That is why it is so important for you guys to do the inner work, whether it be reading, investing in a course, investing in a coach, whatever it looks like for you, because this is hard work. Another one, you stop trying. How many times have we said, "Oh, I give up"? Like we just give up too soon. Do you, for those moms, those dads out there, you've got kids, do you remember when they first learning to walk? How many times did they fall? Did they ever say, "That's it, I give up. This crap." Sorry, my language. This just does not work. I'm never gonna walk. No, they just have that resiliency. They just get up and they try again, and they don't quit. They can run into a glass door, fall down, scream bloody murder for a minute, and then they're up again running again. Somehow we just lost that as adults. I don't even know what age that was where we just stopped trying. We quit way too easy. So maybe you think you're too old, maybe you think you're too young, you're blaming things and you gave up because of it. All right, another one. You blame a lack of resources. My friend, again, 2020, but this time not related to the virus, this time related to the internet. We are in an age of resources at our fingertips. We don't have to run to the library. We don't have to go to the encyclopedias. We don't have to do any of that. We can just look at our phones and find the resources that we need just with typing in a few things in a search engine. So, most things, and most things, I can't at the top of my head, I want to say all things, but I've learned to never categorize everything as a all. most 99.9% of things is a skill. And the good news is skills can be learned. So maybe you're just not naturally good at organizing and planning your day and, whatever it is, or exercising. Everything is a skill you can learn. There are resources, there are coaches, there are mentors, there are videos. YouTube has a wealth of free knowledge. You just search in there. You stop trying. We've touched on that. You don't take responsibility. Here's another good one. And a lot of our, I don't want to generalize. Okay, so I'm not going to say that. Um, you don't hold yourself accountable. You're basically saying you can't count on yourself. So you blame everything else and you blame everybody else for why you're not further ahead in life. Again, it's probably our natural instinct because it's easy to blame somebody else than take responsibility. But you'll be surprised at how much you are actually able to accomplish without spinning your wheels so much. So you need to learn to believe in yourself and count on yourself more and take responsibility for the things that you can control. All right, you're not present. It's said that 80% of success is showing up, and that is true. That is like 100% true. All you have to do is show up, and you're ahead of the game because there are so many others. How many of your friends right now do you know that are not treating their bodies well, that are not exercising, that are not taking the proper supplements, that are not even in this group? Why aren't they in this group? Right? So you are here, you have showed up. That is 80% of success. Okay. And the rest is just learning the skill to just take it to the next level. Another excuse, another reason you fear failure. Don't let yourself be paralyzed by fear. Remember, if you give it your best shot and you fail, that's okay. There's data in the failure to try again. I spoke last week how the path to success is never straight right up. It's somewhat like a roller coaster, dips and turns, and you go. And you remember, if you didn't catch last week's video, last Tuesday, look it up. So don't let yourself be paralyzed by fear. It's a liar. Kick it to the curb. There's information. The most successful people that I know all have failed and have failed like hundreds, if not thousands of times. I remember reading the story of, and I think her name is Sarah Blakely, the creator of Spanx. Ladies, you know what I'm talking about. How when she was growing up, her father asked them at dinner time, what did you fail at today? And he was congratulating them on their failures because it meant you're trying. Like if you didn't fail at anything today, you just lived way too comfortably. You sat on the couch all day. You didn't like step out of your comfort zone. Okay. So we need to fail. Failure is good. I don't know where in our lifetime we learn that failure is bad. Okay. So don't be your own worst enemy. If you lack courage, again, it's because we don't have the skills to build on what we want to do. Too often we think courage is the absence of fear, but it's not. It's doing it anyway in the presence of fear. Okay. If you're waiting for a starting bell, a sign, a signal, a billboard, that's rarely going to come, and you don't need anybody else's permission. The perfect time, and again, if this month's theory, this month's videos that we're doing on this subject of seasons and timing in our life, I've spoken about this before in the past videos. There's never a perfect time. Don't wait. Start with what you have, where you are, and build on it. And don't compare yourself to others because that will be, the thief of joy. There's always going to be somebody who's like way ahead of you, but at the same time, there's other people who are nowhere near you and haven't even started yet. So let me go over some notes. Okay. So I gave you a lot of, I don't want to say Debbie Downers, a lot of reasons why that we can be stuck. And I threw in some ways we can unstuck yourself there, but I want to reiterate, show up, just show up and be willing to do the work. Self-reflection. Again, it's that inner hard work that I would say most people in this world skip, but not you. You're a 2%er. How do I know that? You're in this group. You're watching this video. Most won't. Most won't take that time. Most won't work on themselves, period. Okay? So self-reflection, reflection, do the inner work, hire the coach. Free resources out there. The Guilt-Free Balanced Life. Start there. That's my free 3-day course. theguiltfreebalancedlife.com or francinerivera.com. I have coaching and I have my online course. And I even have a 3-month coaching package that combines everything. But another thing to combat this, or to pull you up out of the mud and to get you unstuck, break a sweat, my friends. Yes, we know exercise is good for keeping our bones and our joints and keeping our bodies healthy. And maybe you want to lose the weight. But did you know that exercising is so good for our mental health, our mental clarity, for us just in releasing the endorphins and all those feel good, chemicals in our body. So exercise is not just, it sounds like a cliche because we're always saying, oh, exercise and eat right, but it is so much more. There's so many more benefits to it. Find your purpose in life. And again, I feel like I've touched on this in another video. Find your why. Like, I can stay here all day and tell you everything to do, but unless you know why you should, you're not going to. It's not going to motivate you. Or maybe you've got motivation, but it kind of wanes. But so you need that inspiration. You need to find out why you need to do this for you, for yourself, for your family, for your health, for your visions. Like, you need a vision for every area of your life, right? Find your passion and nudge yourself. Okay, so the nudge yourself, that's like trying to give yourself the motivation. So I'm going to give you, if I had to give you one thing that would tip or push the first domino to make all the other dominoes fall down, my advice would be to have a gratitude journal. Okay, gratitude will unlock and unstuck you, unstick you. Gratitude will be the key to pulling you up out of the mud, out of this rut, out of this season of life that you may be in, because 2020 has knocked us down, my friend, myself included. But we are not staying down. Okay, you are here, you are watching this video. You are not like the 98% of people. Okay, I know you want more out of life. So this ends October, the series on seasons. Next month, we are rolling right into gratitude. Okay, that's why I mentioned it last. We're going to focus on gratitude and how that is going to, again, push that one domino that's going to make all the others just fall into place just a little bit easier. So have a great day. Tag your friends. If you found value in this, tag your friends. Let me know below what you need help with, and I will see you next week.